Okay. You. Let me check something. That's what I thought. Whoa, what happened to the green screen? I'm supposed to have all this, like. I'm supposed to have this done. But it's just one thing that I forgot because I've been messing around with the computer and turning it off and on and all this crazy stuff. We had this, like, huge, like, uh, light, I guess a lightning strike. It was, the thunderclap, though, was crazy. It was almost like it was right in the house. And at that moment, my keyboard and my mouse decided to quit working, although the computer was completely on. And then the Wi-Fi went completely out. There was no power to the modem slash router, and basically I had to go into Spectrum, and it was a pretty painless operation. It just, I brought it in. They looked at my ID. Um, then they switched me out a new modem slash router, and I got it up and running, and here we go. So everything is cool. Now, a little bit earlier tonight, it did drop out, so there's a possibility that this could be worse. It might not be worse. It might be the same. It might be better. It could be worse. So it could drop out anytime now. Anyways, I think we should get to what you all came here to see, which apparently is not many of you, but any of you that watch us even after the live stream, I live stream this every evening from approximately 9 p.m. Eastern to 10 p.m. Eastern. Sometimes a little bit more, sometimes 9:15 to 10:15, sometimes 9:30 to 10:30, and sometimes I go like 2 hours, and I try to keep it consistent to an hour, but sometimes it makes more than an hour. In any case, and starting here, what's today? Today was Saturday, right? Starting tomorrow, I won't be doing a live stream tomorrow night, and I won't be doing a live stream on Monday night. Although tomorrow I might do my weekly stream, which is playing Deponia or whatever. But and um, Monday I haven't figured out what I'm gonna do for Mondays yet. I might do another live stream, but it might be basically on the game, and it'll only be for like an hour during the day. It's like I don't have a set time on the weekends. Plus, it's the weekend, so that's should be kind of cool, anyways. But without further ado, let's put on. Oh, shoot. Okay. Actually, I wanted to turn this around here, just like that, so that I can see. I can see better to my right. Let's put on my broken headphones, which I said I was gonna keep on. I was gonna add some braces for the back here, but I've never gotten to it, and so I probably won't get to it. Anyways, let's do the old thingamabobber, just like that, and let us play some more Prime. Wait. Okay, Primordia. Oh yeah, and about partway through here, I'm probably going to put on my title screen for, I don't know, a few minutes while I go back into the kitchen, because I filter. Being in Florida, the tap water isn't so great, and so we use a filter pitcher, and I have to fill that every other night or whatever. I have to get some clean water, and then we also, of course, got drinking water. But so I need to go in a little bit later and continue running water through the filter or whatever. So I will be in and out a couple of times. So maybe 10, 15 minutes from now, I'll put my title screen up for a few minutes, and then I'll come back in here. So, let's load game. Load that. And
Hey Armstrong, top me off, will you?
wish there was a gamma setting in here. Auto hints are on. I kind of like the hint system too. You click on Crispin, he gives you some ideas, and he doesn't actually like tell you, which is actually pretty good. It means I haven't had to look at a walkthrough just yet, which I know it means it makes it a little bit easier, but I like that about this. I still don't like the copious amounts of talking you have to go through, and that seems like a lot of adventure games still suffer through this. So I have to figure that out sometime. Voice and text. Mm-hmm. Let's do something here. Let's try settings. I just want to see if there is any kind of like gamma or something. Nope. Apparently not. Okay. So I don't know how dark it is for you. For me,
Put me down for another megacycle.
whoa.
Who knew some place could be so lively and so depressing all at once?
I don't know how this is doing for light. Here, let me switch real quick to back to this. Is that? No. What happens? See, the light always adjusts, and it auto adjusts on this camera. At the same time, there I. Ooh, look at that. No. At the same time, I can't figure out how to.
Fine. Put me down for another megacycle.
So that's the light coming from here. If I put it directly in my face, I don't have anything much on this side because of the shadow. I kind of like the, in a way, I kind of like the auto lighting thing here, but same time, it's just that there's a glare. Like I'm staring at this white thing here. Maybe that's because, like, okay, so let's just say I put this down here and do something like that. There's still like a glare. Let's see. There's still a glare. It's still a glare. I don't get it. In the day, it's cool. Whoa! I want my screen. You probably didn't notice anything, but I turned off my monitor accidentally. I don't know since when it started to become like kind of like a nuisance. Here, let's take off my glasses for a while.
Hey Armstrong, top me off, will you?
Maybe it's because of how I have this like tilted or not tilted or whatever. Maybe it has something to do with it. I don't know. I'll have to readjust these lights or something.
Fine. Put me down for another megacycle.
Maybe this is obvious to you, boss, but you might want to see if we can get that crowbar of Leopold. I bet we could use it to pry up the manhole cover. And by we, I mean you. seeing as how I have no arms or interest in visiting the underworks.
Let me see your stuff. Come take a look.
Yeah, let's do something here. Head back? Alright.
Let me see your stuff. Come take a look. I'll trade it to you for something shiny. One fine motor you spotted there, Tyro. But if you can find a bigger one, let's talk. A memory access device. I'll trade it for something real antique and fancy.
Alright. Still something to do here.
High-end astringent and catalytic fluid. They belong to the... They belong... It's a price list. It's a price list. That arm robot appears to be the bartender here. Hello?
Boss, he's an arm robot, not a mouth robot. I wouldn't expect much of a conversation.
They're taps for dispensing oil.
What could I do? I don't know.
A big yellow robot.
Slag off.
I don't know what to do. Okay, so
You know, boss,
oh,
whenever I see a really tall tower,
sorry about
a
that.
part of me just wants...
Be careful what you wish for. Some kind of track running up the side of the tower.
Yeah, really?
This must be where 187th Legion build tried shooting the door, but the damage is entirely superficial.
Amateurs.
Let's do something else. Let's check our data pad. Rex lawsuit. That's not what we want to look at. What I want to look at is this number.
The amount of power in Goliath's power core.
Oh. 4553112.
It's far too high to try climbing.
We've got to find a way to clear the line to get into the courthouse. Because honestly, I refuse to wait in line. Not even for a power core. Not even for a gynoid. Well, maybe for a gynoid.
Gynoid. What's that? A female robot? I don't know. Well.
There's got to be some other way to communicate with that floating robot. Don't bother her.
Um,
A sodium iodide crystal. It pulses when exposed to energy. A universal interface plug. How would that even work? That's never going to work. I doubt that will have any... Futile. There's nothing there to... I'm not going to There's no reason. I'm not going to threaten. She's holding a spool of copper wiring.
okay.
I doubt that will have...
Okay.
That's never going... I doubt that... I doubt that...
Alrighty.
I'll trade you this lantern for your helper.
Nice try. You aren't an approved metropolitan vendor, and even if you were, you'd have to propose the exchange through the proper channels. And anyway, why would I trade a thinking lamp for that piece of junk?
Alright.
That's never going... That's never... How would that even...
Alright.
There's nothing...
Stop that. Stop that.
Don't bother her.
I doubt that will... No need to show it to him. No need to show it.
Hmm.
I don't see what you expect us to do with this.
No, I think he means that Clarity Arbiter build could judge the case, but finding him may be harder than finding Arbiter himself.
Okay, let's see what we got here.
At the binomial biennial, 7 robots in the probability circle are gathered for a party. Each robot is either a factor built or a stern Weiler built. And moreover, each robot is designed with either a quad-core, a linear type, or a multiplex processor architecture. Now I will tell you 3 things about these probabilitists. First, there are more factor-built robots than stern Weiler builds. Second, every linear type robot was built by factor. Finally, stern Weiler never built a robot with a quad-core.
Now listen, which of the following statements about the probabilitist circle cannot possibly be true?
5 robots were built by factor.
Failure? Failure? Clearly you are not good, but...
Hello?
Boss, I'm pretty sure we're gonna need to find another way to communicate with it.
I'm going to try sending messages to him in binary.
On an analog transmitter? That sounds like fun. For once, I'm glad you're the one with hands.
May Mandelbrot's bulbs unfurl their spirals for you, silent one.
What's he saying?
Shh.
You do not join the harmony. I sing alone. I am one part of the great fractal. To your god, I would be known as Gimbal, built by Lapidus of Sovitos. The choir is silent. Burning ship has been extinguished. Strange tractors track no more. I alone sing the function. When I came to this silent city, I looked for others to join the harmony. Leopold, built by steeple, told me that he had a device that would sing with me. In exchange for it, I traded my secondary motor. What he sold me does not say. Here we have it.
It's a record.
Leopold tricked me, and he will not return my motor. I will sue him and force him to return. Infinite lawsuits, Silent One.
Infinite lawsuits, okay.
I sing with all my voices. You hear only one. No, I must recover my motor so that I can dance with the harmony.
Looks like we're going to need to go talk to Leopold about a motor.
Alright, let's go.
It's a vinyl record entitled Children's Sing-Along, whatever that means. I need to see what he's offering. You need to give Gimbal back his motor, Leopold.
All trades are final, Tyro. Told him that before we did the swap. Now my problem, he don't like records.
You knew he wasn't looking for a record.
Listen, Tyro. I don't know what people want or don't want. They do. Not my job to do Q&A on their faulty logic.
You know he's going to sue you, right?
Let him try. First off, he can't get into the courthouse any more than you can. Second, what's his case? A deal's a deal.
Let me see your stuff.
Come take a look. Did you even listen to what I asked for?
It's not worth trading for that.
I said something old and fancy. That's not the trade I'm looking for.
It's not worth trading.
Did you even...
It's not worth 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 trading for that.
Hey Armstrong, top me off, will you?
Let me see your stuff.
Come take a look. I'll trade it to you for something shiny. I said something shiny, not something that shines.
There's a difference?
I said something. I said.
Here you go. A nice shiny crystal.
And one heavy iron crowbar for you.
Why does that not seem like a great deal?
It's because it probably isn't a great deal, but beggars can't be choosers.
Hey Armstrong, top me off, will you?
A heavy iron crowbar.
We're just going to make our journey to the under.
They look like they've been stripped of usable parts.
Boss? I think I saw something move in the water.
That's just your imagination. There's no way I can read. I don't want that sludge in my... This vehicle looks more intact than the others. This vehicle... They look like they've been stripped. It's rusted shut. I've scraped off the rust. Well, let's see what we've got here. This internal combustion engine is in relatively good shape. Let's see if I can manage this. Hopefully I won't be holding onto this engine for long. A sturdy-looking fan belt. An air intake duct. I'm sure it played some role when this machine was operational. I have no use for it.
That's never stopped you before.
It must have been some kind of tank for storing fluid, but it's dry as dust. I have no use for it. It's full of corroded, unsalvageable electrical equipment. I have no use for it. It must have been some... I have no... There's no way I can reach that. There's no way I... A machine belt. The sooner I can stop carrying this heavy motor around, the better.
I'd be happy to carry it. If I had arms, that is.
Let me see your stuff.
Come take a look.
Okay.
Here you go, Leopold. A nice big engine for you.
Not bad at all. You're a real scavenger.
Hey, Armstrong, top me
Is
off,
that
will
a
ya?
compliment or an insult, boss?
Wait a minute, this motor's broken. The copper wiring's been stripped.
All items sold as is, Tyro. And I never said anything about copper wire being in.
Fine, fine.
You're
Put
a
me down for
fine
another
piece of
medicine.
work, Leopold.
Never said anything about that neither. Now you want to trade? Let's trade. Otherwise, get a move on.
Let me see your stuff.
Come take a look.
Is that the motor that Gimbal Lapida built traded you?
This is a Sterling air motor. Something else entirely.
Would it help me fly?
Nope.
We're not looking to pick up random motors anyway.
You want it? You're gonna need to bring... That there's an old Nova Robotics subsystem coil.
Not interested. We don't need another battery. That servo unit is hopelessly broken.
Tyro, I'm gonna do us all a favor.
We don't need a drained fuel cell. I have no need for an abacus.
A memory axe. I'll trade.
Antique and fancy.
A plug board. Bring me something that'll cover. A plug board. Bring me something that'll cover a face and it's yours. That's a water jet. That's a water jet. I'll trade it for a gek.
It's not worth trading for that.
Right, nothing here.
I doubt that will have any effect. The motor's been stripped of its copper wiring. A machine belt.
Okay. Let's see.
Can I have some of that copper wiring?
She says no.
That's never going to... That's never... Futile. I doubt that will... Could you help me fix this motor?
Does it belong to Metropole?
No, it's private property.
Then find a private repair bot.
How would that even work? Futile. I doubt that will have any... I doubt that will... I doubt that will have... Futile. How would that even work?
Don't know. I don't know.
I am waiting.
Time to give Gimbal his motor back, right, boss?
Well, I'll try to give the motor back, but it's not gonna work if yeah, let's just save it. Let's try to give the motor back.
I could give it to him this way, but maybe I should try fixing it first. Goodbye.
Cheerio.
Futile.
Alright. Let's go back down into the abyss. See what we got here.
These submersible robots seem to be consuming the iron oxide in this runoff water.
In other words, they'd eat us if we fell in?
Only our rust.
Now I really wish you'd polish me with that rag, boss.
It's a military-grade robot that looks a lot like ever-faithful Leo build and 187th Legion build.
Oh, ha. Oh, hey. Now look what I see. The wings of a baddie and his little trainee.
Why is everyone we meet crazy?
Crazy, he says. Oh my, oh dear. I assure you, my comrades, there's nothing to fear. Just little lost me, your brother knight errant. A brother in arms. We have different parents.
Who are you?
My name is my secret. You can't make me talk. I'd ruin my puzzle, give a key to my lock.
Maybe we'll just call you Screw Loose.
A joker, he seems, for sure not an ace. He needs a small clue to spare him disgrace. For the crowds who adore me, Prime is my name. By now, no doubt, you've heard of my fame.
You're 187th's brother.
Line up the toy soldiers, 200 abreast. The bravest of brave, the best of the best. Wind up the toy soldiers to march on their way. The city has fallen, no reason to stay. 200 abreast, my sisters and brothers. Now only 3 left. Forget all the others.
I guess that's a yes.
50 behind me, he came off the line. The gunner's no funner for being a brother of mine.
How do you survive down here?
I'm a soldier by trade. Legion built me to last. My armor is sturdy, my pistons are fast. I carry no guns, for my weapon's my mind. And those who would kill me will find themselves primed.
Really, don't you think you're overdoing it? I mean, that barely made sense. And it hardly rhymed.
No. Bro.
Why are you here?
When we laid down our arms, my medal was taken. Drunken of honor from the cause we'd forsaken. The Metropolitan thief cast it deep in this hole. where now it lies buried like bituminous coal.
Cogs and gears, bituminous coal.
You're looking for a medal?
No, my comrade, you've misunderstood. I sit here and wait, as a penitent should. If the medal finds me, I shall claim it straight. But until that day, I shall sit here and wait.
Why Primer?
There's nothing so gorgeous, flawless, or fine as the perfectly indivisible numbers of prime. Consider this list as 2 to 199.
Huh.
Well, that was helpful.
Goodbye.
Farewell, farewell, linger not for my sake. Your mission is calling. The city awaits.
Prime numbers.
Looks like the grill of an old chrysalid. Maybe if we were back at the Unique, I'd take it, but it's too big to waste time with here. Warning. Factor facilities decommissioned. Enter at own risk.
Ooh, enter at own risk.
Some kind of wastewater. The current is pushing all the junk up against the bridge's supports. There's no way to reach it while that thing is standing there. It's some kind of broken down robot.
Whatever it is, it looks dangerous.
Oh, so it's like IG-88. But before I do anything, let's come back over here. Let's go over here.
It's a raised drawbridge. I wonder if that keypad controls the bridge. It's a huge crane. Maybe I can trigger it from here.
I don't have the slightest clue.
It's a huge... There's something up there on the crane. There's something up... I can't reach it from here.
Alright. Whoops. Let's head on over to over here.
They seem to be foundation supports for the city above.
Those are all that's supporting the city?
I can't see anything to do with it. For now, that thing's ignoring us. Best to keep it that way. For now, that thing's ignoring us. Best to keep it that way. For now, that thing's best to keep it. Warning. Factor facilities decommissioned. Enter at own risk. Some kind of the current is... I don't want to provoke it.
What do you want to do?
I doubt that. I doubt that. I don't want to provoke it.
Boss, that robot over there is really giving me the creeps.
Yeah. Me too. Cycles.
For now, that thing's best to keep it. now, that thing's best to keep it. I don't want to provoke.
An impressive device, if you can't think for yourself. As for this robot, I need no such help.
I can't see anything to do with it.
We should look around and see if there's a way to lower that drawbridge, boss.
Crispin, can you try typing something into that keypad?
If by typing you mean ramming my face, then yes, boss, I suppose I can. Boss, I'm not in the business of flying over to spooky islands just to investigate things that you're curious about.
But it might be.
A killer robot with a grudge against witty sidekicks?
I was going to say helpful.
Okay. I don't think I have any extra data here.
Here we...
I'm getting sleepy. Okay. Eight, 9, 4.
I can't possibly.
Here...
652, 817. 17. Six oh eight, 671, 212. 608. 671. 8, 1, 2. 652. Wait a second. 52, 817, 608. 671, 212. Okay. I'm at a loss.
Someone around here's gotta know something about how to get that bridge to go down, boss. Why do you keep asking me to figure? It really seems like 187th doesn't have to pay anything, boss, given that he barely damaged the tower. We should probably go tell him so.
Let's talk to Primer again. Talk to Slimer again.
Do you know anything about that locked bridge past the cars?
What I know is a vault locked tight with a key, which only a fool would open for free.
Fine. What do you want?
Was that a fool a peddler is he, who opens his locks for merely a fee?
I repeat, what do you want?
Nothing more than to sit here and see if you poor interlopers are smarter than me.
Boss, can we use the plasma torch on him?
No. There's a dangerous-looking robot just past here.
Yeah, aren't you worried he's gonna eat you or something?
I've seen him quite often, though he'll not see me. And so we are happy as neighbors can be.
Can you hide us from him?
If I could, I would not, but the choice is not mine. There's no room in his brain to be further primed.
Goodbye.
Farewell, linger not for my sake. Your mission is calling, the city awaits.
Yeah. That did absolutely nothing for me. Thank you very much. Let's go topside again for a little while. Kind of annoying. I'm going to take this time to actually go and check my water, and I'm going to go ahead and put this back on the title card, and then I will see you in a few minutes. So yeah, and yeah, audio's still going. Just give me a sec. Okay, I'm back, and give me a sec, and I will. Oh, well, sound is actually still working, but the sound's coming through, of course. So let's just do this. Too big. Okay, let's do that. If I push this back, what would happen? I mean, other than me. Here, let's do this. And let's see here. Photo.
Hey Armstrong, top me off.
Boss, if you were to choose between letting your builder die a horrible death or stealing his plasma torch, which would you do?
Crispin, stealing my plasma torch isn't going to save me from destruction.
It was a hypothetical question. I wasn't talking about us.
Fine, fine. Put me down for another megacycle.
Oh. Forgot.
That's never going to work. No Urbanian encryption detected. How would that even work?
Since robots away, about to spoil the place.
Hey Armstrong, top me off, will ya?
Sounds like we need to get into the courthouse and talk to Arbiter.
That's fine, except we can't get in the courthouse, can we?
I inspected the damage. All you did was ding the metal.
Well, sir, until someone shows me the law that says I don't have to pay, I'd rather be safe than sorry.
I met Primer.
You still crazy?
Yep.
Well, so it goes.
Goodbye.
Over and out, sir.
Okay, so we can show him the law, probably.
Look here. Under Metropol's refuge rule, a newcomer to the city is not liable for any superficial property damage caused within the first 48 hours of his arriving in the city.
Well, sir, I'll be crashed.
Under the refuge rule, you're fine, given the minimal damage you caused.
Well, for once, I can't complain about the besotting pea-shooters they gave me. I owe you one, sir. If I ever see you again, I'll be sure to repay the favor.
What happened? Okay. Well, it's cool. At least I did my good deed for the day. Yes. And it's already 10, but,
The harmony is broken when the pattern is not maintained. Remove yourself, please.
I guess we need to wait our turn.
yeah, but I need to figure out how to open the door.
The doors are closed tight.
I am waiting.
We should look around and see if there's a way to lower that drawbridge, boss. Boss, we need to make a rocket ship.
No, Crispin, we don't.
But if we did, we could harness the power of a black hole. We should look around and see if there's a way. Okay, but I'll give it to you in code. After all, I don't want to spoil the surprise. Fabaslu 135, Gabaslu 122, Maba.
Crispin, that's not code. That's just gibberish.
You always ruin everything, boss. Sounds like we need to get into the courthouse and talk to Arbiter. Why do you
Okay.
keep asking me to figure things out? I'm just a sidekick, boss.
A big yellow robot. A universal interface plug. The motor's been stripped of its copper wiring. How would that even... I doubt... How would that... Few... How would that even... I doubt that will have any effect. That's never... How would that even... There's no... I doubt... Futile. That's never going... Futile. That's never... I doubt... That's never... I doubt that will have any effect. That's never... How would... That's never... That's never... That... Futile. That's never...
Hey Armstrong, top me off, will you?
We should look around and see if they're...
Yeah. No way to do the drawbridge unless I have a code. I can't find that code anywhere, can I?
Apparently I'm not... Quite a tower.
Nothing in here either, is there?
It's a map of train line.
Sounds like we need to get into the courthouse. Why do you keep...
Is that a sign?
It says Blue Line.
Guess we won't be taking that train anytime soon.
Can I walk over there? Oops. Apparently not.
They really roll out the red...
It's a clock. It's a clock.
Wait. Escape. Dang it. It sees Crispin on the clock.
Crispin, could you check what that clock says?
Might not mean anything, but who knows? Why can't he just talk from there?
It stopped at 5 minutes to 2.
5 to 2, huh? Clock face, clock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's 12 because 12 hours, huh?
Anyone
Hey
home?
Armstrong, top me off, will you?
Futile. She's holding a spool of copper wiring. I doubt that. Why?
Stop that!
I'm not going to. How would that even work? No need to show. Futile. I'm not going to How would that even work? That's never. That's never going to work. How would that even work?
Very funny, Bob.
A crashed
You again? What do you want?
Down in the underworks, I came across a drawbridge that someone locked up so it can't be used. Do you know how to fix it?
Well, Metromine closed off the underworks for public safety, so I don't do repairs there anymore.
But what?
That sounds like a prank pulled by a bolt brain calling himself Primer. He used to hack locks in Metropole and change the passcodes around to leave his signature.
How did you fix the locks?
Metromine cracked his codes and reset them. Processing power like hers, there's nothing she can't do.
You know, boss, I've got a feeling that Metro Mind isn't gonna help us on this one.
No, but we're not exactly new to cracking codes either.
Alright. I don't know what to do. Let's talk to Primer again.
They're much too quick to...
Deactivate it and give it to me.
They're much too quick to catch. And even if I could, what would I do with one? The motor's... a machine belt. I have nothing to say to... I don't want that...
I don't know.
I can't possibly reach that. No luck. The control pad for the bridge. It's a raised... There's some... It's a huge crane.
I don't know. I'm stuck, I guess.
Maybe if we were back at the Unique, I'd take it. I wouldn't want to risk it getting... I wouldn't want to... I wouldn't want to... I have nothing to say. Primer. I doubt that will happen. No need to show it to it.
Whatever it is, it looks dangerous.
Some kind of weight. The current is pushing all the
I can't I'm not doing that until you build me some arms. Just build me a missile launcher and I'll get right on it.
I was thinking you could distract it.
And then what? Let's stick to missiles.
Why can't you distract it so I can get by?
For now, that thing's best to keep it. For now, that's best to keep.
Alright. Looks like I'm gonna have to finally go try the,
They look like they've been stripped of usable parts. Filthy, murky water.
I don't know. I'm stuck good time now. Well, I don't know. What do you think? Something to do with that yellow robot too.
Cut me off, will you?
That's never.
Boss, did you?
I'm fairly. I doubt that. I'm not going to.
Fine, fine. Put me down for another megacycle.
Futile. They're taps for dispensing oil. I'd have to buy something. It's a price list. It's a price list. It's a price list. No sense trying. That arm robot appears to be the bartender here. That arm robot appears. They belong to.
I'm kind of getting tired here.
I don't think he wants to talk, boss.
All right, I'm gonna do it. This is a good one because it took a while before I was able to before I had to resort to a walkthrough. So let's see what we got here. Phone care about achievements. Dunes. Conduit, plasma torch, Goliath. Shrine, Dome, Street. Oswald Cornelius. Oh. Think about more Roberts. More robots than Sternweiler? With a quad car built by Factor. Sternweiler never revealed. Question 1. Junction with Leopold. Okay. Take the engine, pan belt from need some copper wiring. Oh. Yeah, okay. I'll go ahead and I'll do this based on... What? No. He's Crispin on...
I've never had to talk to a lamp before, boss. I've got no practice.
Hey, Crispin, how about practicing on this lamp?
In front of her? Are you kidding?
Hey, Crispin, how about practicing on this lamp?
Oh, good idea. Okay, here goes. You really light me up.
No.
Okay. Trust me. I know how to turn on a light.
Definitely not.
See,
okay, that's enough practice.
I should have thought of that. That's still a good puzzle because, you know, he said he never... They give you a hint, right? He never talked to a lamp before. Well, we just have a lamp right here, right? So, that was one of the things. Crispin.
All right, Crispin, it's now or never.
Beside you, all other...
Ah.
Whoa! That was so easy! She gave me a clipping of her copper wiring.
Hey, that wire belongs to the city. It's coming out of your salary.
You tell him.
Okay. Yeah, let's use the copper wiring.
Hey! She gave that to me as a token of her affection.
I'll give you all the copper wiring you want once we're done here.
Like I want a token of your affection.
I need to find a way to connect the colored nodes to each other without crossing any wires.
Why don't we just use the plasma torch?
That's not going to work this time.
The crowbar?
Nope.
Oh, yes. The logic puzzle. Alright, just a second here.
And one more piece of junk is operational.
How would that even work?
Come on, guys, let's hear it.
My joy rises like the phoenix. You are silent, but you now will alarm me. Now I must continue my search. Farewell, silent one.
You know, I'm kind of glad I missed out on that one, boss. Sometimes it's nice to just be along for the ride.
A small, simple robot.
Okay. I already got him to go. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do this other thing. This is something that I should have paid attention to. Also, actually, I kind of commend this game for actually kind of doing like the right thing here.
Boss, even if there's some code to crack here, so I propose maybe.
Agreed.
Just trying to exit.
Here we.
Okay, so I'll use the decryption module first.
Crispin, I'm going to latch this onto you. Try using it on the keypad over there.
Now, if he just cracks it, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you the other thing here. Alright? Because Primer says,
Let's go.
Primer says that came off the conveyor about 50 robots before his brother 187, making him 137. And that was one of the ways you were supposed to be able to use to solve this puzzle. Now,
Wow,
I could have figured it out, maybe.
majestic.
But maybe I couldn't have, too. Let's see. This is the more logical one. And I don't know. I don't know if I would have thought of it either.
Are these heads?
Did you hear something? Boss, do you see those things? I've got a bad feeling about this, boss.
Crispin, on the count of 3. 1.
What was that?
Charity Arbiter built. Version 2. Law Clerk to Arbiter, Judge of Metropole. This is my home. Now, if you will excuse me a moment.
Not a bad looking robot.
That's barbaric.
Civilization is defined by law, and this is lawful. As enemies of the city, they forfeited their components. I have merely exercised my right of plunder.
That sounds familiar.
Whether it's legal or not, it's grotesque.
You have a strange way of saying thank you.
Thank you. I'm Horatio Nobuild, version 5.
And I'm Crispin Horatio built, version 1.
Welcome, Horatio. Crispin, what brings you to the Underworks?
What were those things?
They are shells. Robots who traded their processors and memory to Metromind in exchange for energy and repairs. Now mindless, they still scavenge parts to trade with her.
But those were the last of them, right?
Hardly. Metromind now has more efficient ways to accumulate processor power, but she left hundreds of shells in the Underworks.
Is there any way to save them?
That question is irrelevant. They lived profligate lives, and when they had squandered their resources, chose to become thieves and destroyers. Punishment, not clemency, is what justice requires.
You said you were a law clerk. What does that mean?
My sister Charity and I were built to advise Arbiter Manbuilt, who administers Metropole's court. Charity sees everything through the lens of mercy. For me, the law is clear, a matter of ones and zeros, unclouded by preference or sentiment.
Law without mercy, huh? How does that even work?
Perfectly. It is the opposite approach that fails. Mercy is malware. Once infected with it, justice becomes slow and unpredictable. In time, the system itself must be discarded. Only my vigilance protected Arbiter from this taint, but he has been without me for a long time.
Why are you taking their heads?
I am giving fair warning.
To other shells?
No, they lack the capacity for fear. The heads
They're
are for
zombies.
a robot named Scraper Sternweiler built.
You really think a bunch of rusty boxes will scare him off?
No, I do not want to scare him. I want to warn him. When he ignores that warning, I can destroy him lawfully and without guilt.
Boss, she's kind of exciting my electrons.
Did you say Arbiter man-built? As in, built by man himself?
Yes.
Does man still walk here? In Metropole?
No.
But man was here in the past.
The public records regarding humans were deleted by council decree. What I know is entirely hearsay. I was built after the Urbanians murdered them during the war.
Impossible.
That is what Arbiter told me, and it was told to him by Metromind. Beyond that, I cannot say.
Did Arbiter tell you anything else about man?
Only that he missed their legal arguments. Quite amusing, if often illogical.
Legal arguments?
Yes. To play a symbolic role in their justice system, humans argued cases before Arbiter.
Symbolic? Play a role? Man is the all-builder, our lord and master.
It is possible that the man you worship is not the humans in my records. All I know is hearsay. Do not rush to judgment.
Why aren't you with Arbiter?
Arbiter sent me away. I don't know why. The evidence suggests he viewed my sister Charity's advice as superior.
What do you mean?
When Metromind began taking over the council, Charity and I disagreed as to how Arbiter should respond. I informed Arbiter that the Metropolitan Constitution permitted him to dissolve the council and govern by decree. Charity felt that this would inevitably lead to civil war and suffering. As ever, she preached moderation. We argued. Arbiter told me to leave. This was the only place I could go.
Why? There's an entire city up there.
Every building in Metropole is owned by either the council or a private citizen. If I went to the council, it would embarrass Arbiter. If I went to a private citizen, my impartiality would be questioned when I returned to the court one day. Here, I owe nothing to anyone.
But you have to fight off crazy robots all the time.
Actually, I enjoy that. It's a pleasant break from legal research and writing.
Oswald and Cornelius Factorbuilt would like me to find someone to help them resolve their case. Would you judge it?
I have no authority to perform such a function. I am a law clerk, not a judge.
I don't think they need a formal judge. They just want an answer from someone reliable. I'm sure they'll trust you.
I would trust you.
I suppose I could mediate and advise, but nothing more than that.
Could you give me some advice on how to talk to gynoids?
No. What is the nature of their dispute?
They are fighting over who gets credit for building a small robot called Rex. The operative facts are in my data pouch.
I see. I have reviewed the facts, considered the applicable law, and enclosed an encrypted statement for the parties. It will automatically load in their presence.
Thanks.
It has been a long time since I considered legal issues. I welcomed the diversion.
I'd like to report a theft. My power core was stolen by a big robot.
Big claws, shoots lasers, talks like this.
He came aboard the crashed ship I was living in, attacked me, and stole the core.
Took it.
Excuse me?
Whether the taking was a theft is a legal determination. Please do not characterize the evidence.
It was my power core. He shot me, and he stole it.
I know the robot you describe. His name is Scraper Sternweiler-Built, and he is the servant of Metromind Manbuilt, a member of the council that governs this city. I have no fondness for Metromind, but I must be impartial in considering your claim. Tell me, did Scraper say anything before he took your power core?
Before he stole my power core, he said something like, enemy, forfeit, plunder.
I see.
What, are those words override commands to turn off law and order?
They are legal concepts, Horatio. If Scraper's characterization is correct, then he did not steal your power core. He took lawful possession of it.
He shot me, and he stole it.
Calm down, boss.
This occurred inside the city.
No, in the dunes.
I see. In a crashed airship.
Yes, I said that already.
I appreciate your report, Horatio Nullbuilt. You have presented a credible claim that Scraper Sternweiler-Built, no doubt acting at Metromind's direction, took your power core. Beyond that, however, there is not even probable cause to arrest, let alone evidence to convict Scraper. First, the dunes are outside the ordinary jurisdiction of metropolitan law.
Sure.
Second, a crashed ship in the dunes is likely a relic of the War of the Four Cities. If so, your ship was forfeit enemy property, legally subject to plunder by the council. Scraper, acting as an agent of a council member, would be within his rights to seize it. Nevertheless, I would advise you to bring your case before Arbiter for further examination.
That's it? Go visit Arbiter? You're just going to let Metromind attack and rob me?
If Metromind violated the law, it must be proven. Until it is proven, what the law does not forbid, the law permits. And what the law permits, I must permit.
This is insane. Metromind is a tyrant and a thief. You'd let her hide behind the law?
You think that the law protects Metromind from you. The armor of the law does nothing but restrict her movement. Take it away and she will only become more dangerous. But once it is taken from her, it is taken from everyone. You need law's armor, Horatio, far more than you need its sword. I despise Metromind, but justice must be impartial, or it is meaningless.
Your justice is already meaningless. How can I see Arbiter?
Anyone can petition him. Cases are considered in the order they are brought to court. But
What?
I met a scavenger who told me that the courthouse was sealed and that Arbiter was no longer hearing cases. But that cannot be true. The Metropolitan Constitution requires him to resolve all cases and controversies. He would not fail in that duty.
Sounds like he already has.
Nonsense. Not even charity could persuade him to abandon his obligations. Still, I did not detect any falsehood, evasion, or omission in the scavenger's statement. So perhaps the courthouse has been locked for some other reason. If so, it may be that Arbiter is trying to contact me, but cannot. Maybe he is already calling me home. Horatio, I have a request of you. You are under no obligation to perform it, and I will be under no obligation to you, even if you do. Do you understand?
I don't even know what you're asking me to do.
Talk to Arbiter. Ask him if I can return. Tell him that I await his summons.
That's it? Believe me, we've had to do a lot worse than that. Like this one time we chased this crazy partial named Gamma.
Of course we'll help. But how do we even get into the courthouse?
This will get you inside.
All right.
Thanks.
I must thank you, Horatio.
Clarity, you saved our lives. Compared to that, running an errand is nothing.
The law obligated me to save you, Horatio. I would have done the same for Metromind, but I am glad it was you that I saved. I wish you justice.
It's been completely stripped of any useful parts. It's a shell skull.
She steals shell skulls by the sludge shore? Boss, did that skull just wink at me?
No.
You weren't even watching.
Oh, I see. We got different.
Hey, boss, doesn't that look like Oswald?
Yes, it does. A grizzly trophy. A grizzly trophy. A grizzly trophy. A grizzly. I don't think Clarity would approve of our taking one of her skulls. I don't think Clarity.
All right. Okay, so how long have I been going here? For a little while, anyways. Why can't I exit?
I just got that song out of my head.
Oops.
Horatium Null Build version 5. I am Metromind. I have been watching you. I am always watching. I know what you are doing. I know why you are here. You are welcome in my city, but that welcome can be taken away. And there are worse things to lose than a power core.
Wait.
Slag off.
Don't know what you've been up to, Tyro, but you're poking at the wrong socket.
I'll bear that in mind. Clarity Arbiter Build has judged your case.
A fitting choice.
Indeed.
Then here's her decision. A petitioner claiming buildership of the disputed res, that is, the robot, bears the burden of proving buildership by preponderance of the evidence. In this dispute, there are in fact two cases, each with a petitioner, Oswald and Cornelius. Neither petitioner has borne the requisite burden, therefore, neither may claim buildership. The res known as Rex shall therefore be deemed null build.
Outrageous. Surely, sir, this is a mistake.
It is what it is. In any case, Rex is his own robot. He can make up his own mind.
What fools we were. Indeed. Wait.
Well, hats off to Clarity, I guess.
It's the hat.
It's a fine felt hat. Given its age, it's in remarkable condition.
It takes a long time to walk around this thing.
Let me see your stuff.
Come take a look.
You wanted something antique and fancy. How about this hat?
A fine trade, Tyro. Here's the memory access device. Now, all you need to do is plug it into a data pouch.
But there's no plug.
Never said there was.
This is really starting to get annoying.
I do have a plug though, so.
That was easy.
It's a memory access device that can plug into my data pouch.
Even easier.
It's an encoded keycard. Clarity's decision. The data pouch is registered to me. Clarity's decision.
Okay, I don't know what the deal is, because now...
The data pouch is...
I don't know what I just did, but fine. That's the way it's gotta work. No, I don't want to look at it that ways.
No Urbanian encryption.
Okay.
Someday, that's going to work.
Keycard. Scanner. Keycard meets scanner.
Ram and ROM. What is that thing?
I think it's Arbiter. Come on. Arbiter, my name is Horatio Nobilt.
Keep going.
I'm here because a robot from this city stole my ship's power core.
Don't forget your book.
And my copy of the Gospel of Man. How can I make them... How can I... Crispin, go see what Arbiter has been transmitting to that reporter.
Boss? It's just the same thing over and over again. No code base to initiate.
Huh.
Unbelievable. Someone must have formatted Arbiter's system.
So, boss, do you think you can get Arbiter running?
There's nothing there to run. No code base to initiate. His memory banks must have been completely wiped.
So all that work to get into the courthouse?
Wasted. It's like the bomblet all over again.
Except without the awesome explosion.
So the Great Arbiter is nothing more than a broken shell. Anyone home?
Boss, I'm pretty sure hitting Arbiter isn't going to do any good.
Well, it's not going to do any harm. It's a basic robot that prints whatever information is transmitted to it. I can't reach it.
I'm sure it's still just... That's crazy.
I can't...
Okay.
The great and powerful Arbiter really isn't much to look at, is he, boss? Just a big box, really.
An empty box at that. There's nothing we can do for him.
Alright, fine. Okay, let's go back down to Clarity. Actually, why don't I just use the map?
Clarity.
Arbiter does not want me back, does he?
No. It's not that. Arbiter is gone.
What do you mean, gone?
Like someone wiped his memory or something. All he says is system cleared.
Metromine did this, didn't she? You know she did.
I know nothing, Horatio. My builder is dead, and nothing is proven. Guesswork and speculation are not the law. The law is certainty. 1 or 0.
Clarity, this isn't about the law. This is about...
It is always about the law, Horatio. The law or nothing.
So go to the courthouse and gather evidence.
No, Arbiter ordered me to leave. He has not ordered me to return. I will wait.
You're besotting.
Boss, let's see if we can find something out for Clarity, huh?
It's been completely... Did you write this?
Yes, it is informative and accurate.
Oh. Why isn't he able to go off that exit off the other side? Annoying. Alright. I know when I basically get stumped, which is about after 2 hours, and even then I did have to actually look at the hint book.
Whatever it is, it looks dangerous.
For now, that thing's best to keep it... For now, that best to keep...
Use the blowtorch on it.
I don't want to provoke it. For now, that thing's best to keep it...
Is that really the best idea? That's... After all the work we did to get into the courthouse, boss, maybe we should poke around some more. Boss, we need to make a rocket ship.
No.
If we did... After all the work we did to get into the courthouse, boss...
Yeah, poke around where? Here? Can't do anything here.
I have nothing to... Let me see your stuff.
Come take a look.
We're not looking to pick...
That there's an old Nova...
Not interested. We don't need... That servo unit is...
You want it? You're gonna need it. Tyro,
We don't need a I have no need...
that's a water jet. A plug board. Bring me something up.
It's sealed shut. It's far too high to try climbing.
Since you
There's supposed to be something in here? Papers, papers.
Meaningless legal documents. Meaningless... Meaningless. Meaningless. Me meaningless legal documents.
I'm just getting close up in there because it's kind of hard to see because it's dark.
Meaning. Meaningless. Meaningless. Meaningless legal. Meaningless.
Somehow, when I was picturing the majesty of the law, I thought it would be, well, majestic? After all the work we did to get in.
Well, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to poke around some more.
I can't reach.
I'm sure it still just says, no codebase to initiate.
How would that even work?
Very funny.
That's never. Futile. It's an a machine. A heavy. The law. There's nothing we can do for him. There's nothing. Totally unilluminating. Totally. Information regarding the junk dealer. I need to see what he's offering before I can make a trade. We can't afford to waste time on every random... A gray android. I doubt that will... Futile. Futile. How would that even work? I doubt that will happen. That's never going to work. That's never going... Futile.
Alright. I know I should quit now, but I'm just curious here. Approach Arbiter. Wait a second. I thought sometimes I don't use everything like I should.
Totally unilluminated. Totally.
In the back behind,
Can't reach it.
there's a broken robot. See, that's
Can't reach it.
See, I didn't see the robot before. I was back here. I was trying to do stuff
It's
here.
the shell of some kind of robot, but I can't make it out in the darkness.
All right, that's always the case with me. It's like sometimes you can't tell, especially on these, you know, because you're supposed to be exploring. But you know, in the old days, it used to be at least something you could look at or see. Something like, oh, strange. And, you know, it lead to pixel hunting. Back in the old days, you just type it out. But
Let's get a closer look at that shell. Man's mercy.
Is that Clarity?
No, just a similar model. It must be her sister, Charity. What's left of her, anyway. It looks like she shot herself. It's a large puncture left by an exiting projectile.
That's one way to describe it. You could also say it's a giant hole in her head.
Inside is a memory access port.
You mean her brain?
alright. Since there's that, let's try using this.
It's downloading some memory files.
Your proposal is injudicious, Clarity. To withdraw from the council would...
Show others there is an alternative to Metromind.
No, it would ignite civil war.
The law permits.
Do not tell me what the law permits. Clarity, I know your constants in Codebase. I know your talents, and I know their limits. At this time, I do not need your advice. Go now. I will summon you when necessary.
Sister.
I can't unpack the other files. They're locked.
What about Clarity, boss? Maybe she can...
Unauthorized entry detected.
Wait a second, I know that voice.
Surrender.
Hide. I'd be seen. The last thing I want to do is get it. I'd be seen. I'd be seen. I'd be seen. Crispin, you need to fly out there and distract Scraper.
No thanks.
This is serious.
Boss, I can't. I just can't. Sorry. I just can't.
Scraper would see him. A machine belt. How would that even work? That's never going. How would that even... And do what? I'd be seen.
Okay, so what am I supposed to be doing?
I'd be seen. It's one of the memories downloaded from Charity's shell. In it, Clarity is ordered to leave the courthouse following an argument with Arbiter over how to confront Metromine. So the Great Arbiter is nothing. It's Scraper.
Alright. Telling me to do something.
Crispin, get ready. I'm going to try something.
Halt. Halt. Halt.
Now.
You are under arrest.
We tricked him.
Not for long.
Halt. Do not attempt to flee. Termination authorized.
What do you want?
Surrender. Deactivate. Integrate.
And if I refuse?
Termination authorized.
I see. It looks like a bomblet. He'll just gun me down.
Surrender.
No. If anyone is going to be sacrificed...
Right. Okay. Obviously, I used a...
10.
Come on, where's the bomblet? There.
9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9.
There we go.
You got him, boss. You got him. Forfeit yourself, you glitchy son of a toaster.
We still don't have our power core, and we've just buried our only lead.
Yeah, but it feels good, boss.
Yes. Yes, it does. The last thing I want to do is dig Scraper out. I doubt that will... Clarity, we found your sister. She's also destroyed.
I see.
It appeared that she had shot herself, through the head.
I see.
Maybe Metromine killed her and made it look like self-destruction.
Horatio, you know there are more obvious explanations.
Yes.
Boss, what about the memory files?
Clarity, I was able to download some of Charity's last memories. 2 of them are locked. Did Charity tell you what password she used?
No, but it doesn't matter. I know the password. Mercy.
I tell you, Metromine, the Constitution is not a rewritable file to adjust at the Council's whim.
If it cannot be rewritten, then perhaps it must be deleted entirely. And when it is, we will progress beyond the law and enter a new Primordium.
Progress? Is that what you call blackouts and breakdowns?
No, they are glitches inherent in any system upgrade. It may be that we need to remove certain incompatible elements.
I've heard enough. This meeting is adjourned.
Hold.
Charity, only you can save your builder.
What do you mean?
War is coming. When it does, Arbiter will lose. The law is weak. The only way Arbiter could defeat me would be to abandon it, which he cannot do. And even if he could, such a victory would destroy him just as a defeat would. So Arbiter will lose. The city will suffer, and it will be your fault.
I do not see how that would be my fault.
Oh, come now. You have tried to persuade Arbiter to make peace. You have tried, but you have failed. That is because Arbiter built you to fail. In the end, neither you nor your sister can change his mind. You are only the illusion of advice. You exist to confirm his own prejudices.
You're lying. Arbiter listens to our advice.
I never lie. Now, Scraper has a gift for you. An upgrade. Use it, and you will be able to persuade Arbiter.
I would never betray him.
Then you admit it. You were not built to persuade Arbiter, only to pretend. Continue to pretend and you will not persuade Arbiter. War will come, and Arbiter will be destroyed. So the decision is yours. As for which choice is betrayal, you must be the judge of that.
Lock the door, Charity. Took you some time to return from the Great Tower.
I was thinking, Your Honor, about Metromind, about her proposal to be made System Administrator of Metropol.
And what have you concluded?
Your Honor.
Yes, what is it?
We must have peace.
Even you, Charity.
What have I done?
Metromine. There she is again, at the root of all our problems.
Metromind is wrong. The law is not weak, and destroying Arbiter did not destroy justice. She will learn exactly how wrong she was. But first, Metromind's possessions are forfeit. Whatever right she claimed to your power core is null and void, so I will help you take it from her and Scraper. It will be the first thing I take from them, but it will not be the last.
We've already destroyed Scraper, but how can we get to the core?
It will be in the Great Tower. To gain entry, we will need the passcode, known to members of the Robot Council. Arbiter, Factor, Memorius, Steeple, and of course, Metromind.
Another code? Doesn't anyone use a besotting key anymore?
As I was saying, we will need the key code. Arbiter never told it to me, but I recovered 3 fragments of it from Charity's memory files. 03067, 440, and 26. But I do not know the proper order, and there are 16 digits in total.
Well, that leaves about 83,000 different possibilities. But maybe the rest is all ones, right, boss?
As far as I know, the other council members are all gone. But secrets, like guilt, can never be wholly erased. And all of the great robots left behind followers and artifacts. Let us see what we can find.
Alright. I think I will save it here. Because Data. Okay, well, I think I'll exit. Yes. Spent way more time than I should have on this. And so yeah, I looked at stupid deals. Okay. Alright, well, that about does it for tonight. And I know I spent way too long, longer than I should have. But that's okay because the story's pretty cool. And I will see whoever managed to watch it at all later. Thanks for watching.